of winter weather that moved through midweek means a change in venue for the Friday Night Lights. The Coon Rapids Sports Complex, under 4 inches of fresh snow, meant they couldn't get the field ready in time for Football Friday. Fortunately, their opponent has a turf field, so they moved it over to Spring Lake Park, and that's where we see you live on Friday night as the Coon Rapids Cardinals host the Spring Lake Park Panthers to Spring Lake Park High School. Joe Young, High Shapiro sidelines, and it's a weird season, but at least they get to play.
Nothing surprises me in 2020 anymore, but yeah, they get to play. Obviously, the field behind us, really good conditions, so they're able to play. The unfortunate thing for the Cardinals, they don't get their home game. Even though they're considered the home team here, they don't get to play at Coon Rapids, and I think that's a shame, but you got to play where you can get a chance to.
Well, and this may be just one more game after this week, as the Anoka-Hennepin School District announced this week, or just this afternoon, they were moving to distance learning in November, at the beginning of November, and sports will be suspended from November 2nd. So it would mean next week's game on the road for the Cardinals would be their last, 4th and final for this strange 2020 season. But what they're going to do is do the best with what they've got. They're going to try and take advantage tonight here against Spring Lake Park and try and get a victory against a team they beat twice last year, including in the state quarterfinal.
Yeah, this offers Coon Rapids an interesting challenge. You know, defensively, certainly for Spring Lake Park, they're active. They're very aggressive on defense. They're going to try and get the ball in the hands of their playmakers like Jordan Doe. They throw the ball to him a lot. He had 20 targets last week, caught 12 balls for 100 yards. Still looking to find the end zone, but that's the kind of player they want to get the ball in their hands to.
Well, and the Panthers are well aware of Jordan Doe. He had 176 yards, 2 touchdowns against them in the regular season last season, but then at the state tournament was held to just 9 yards receiving. On the flip side, this is another team like Forest Lake last week that really likes to run the football. They've got a number of young men who will carry the rock, and they're going to spread it around, and they're going to keep running at the Cardinal defense.
Yeah, watch for number 4, Henry Dennis. He comes out of the eye. He's got 3 touchdowns on the season, 2 in their win last week over Irondale, and they will spread the ball around to a number of different running backs, and the Cards know that. They handled it last year. They're looking to see if they can do it again this year.
Well, and the Panthers, no stranger to mix-ups in schedule. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we move through, but they had to find a last-minute opponent for week 1, lost a close game to a very good Becker Bulldog team, and then a solid victory, 28-0 over Irondale last week. They're looking to make it 2 in a row. Cardinals trying to get off the schneid. The 2020 football season continues, and we'll be back with kickoff next on CTN.
Oh, hi. I'm TV's Howie Shapiro. And when I'm not announcing CTN sports broadcasts with my sidekick Joe Young, I'm watching all the other great programs on the CTN Studios YouTube page. There's news stories, great local events, and even full games. You can even watch on any smart device with a YouTube app. Whether that's your phone or a tablet, you can watch CTN's great programming wherever and whenever you want. You can even watch CTN's event coverage live. So no matter where you are, you can share in all the excitement. CTN Studios, building community through cable.
Back at Spring Lake Park High School, and this game is underway with the kickoff being fielded just inside the 20, and a strip, and Coon Rapids has the ball just like that. Aaron Payne on the return, and it was just ripped away from him and then recovered by Dominic Oleman.
You just want to make something happen, and you're here. Even though they're a home team, you're not playing on your home field, and to get a turnover off the opening off is huge for Coon Rapids. Just a great job stripping the football and falling on it for the Cardinals. That puts them in a great field position to start this drive here, right at the 25.
Couldn't have asked for a better start for the Cardinal offense. Gavin Tom out of the shotgun. 1st and 10 from the Panther 25-yard line. Fakes the give, pass is complete to Sonny Tao.
He dropped it.
And then he coughed it up, and the referee says no, he was down. Gain of about 4.
Yeah, fortunately, well, maybe we'll get a chance to see if we were kind of shielded from it. We get a chance to see if he was indeed down. Nonetheless, Cardinals will retain possession. Here's maybe a better look at it. The quick throw to Tao. He's going to step to try and make something happen. I think he fumbled the football. fortunate for Coon Rapids.
Only a 2-yard gain, a little screen pass to Jeebly in the backfield, and he gets inside the 15 and is wrapped up. But he will have a first down at about the 13-yard line.
You know, we talked about it in the first game, Joe. We talked a lot about it last week. The vision of David Jeebly in the backfield. He has such good ability to follow his blockers and then find that little bit of space to gain some extra yards, which is exactly what he did on that play.
First and 10 on the 13. Tom out of the pistol and taking his time to look to the sideline. Doe in the backfield with him. Tight end on the right side. No tight end. 4 receivers, 3 on the right. Handoff goes to Jeebly, running back to the left. Waiting for the block to set up. He gets down to the 10, a gain of 3.
A short gain on the play by Jeebly. And you know, the defense for Spring Lake Park, they're pretty active, so we talked about the opening, and they know that number 3 is the big weapon for the Cardinals.
Time to throw the pass, looking for Jordan Doe. It's intercepted in the end zone. A lot of contact.
How's that not a
but
flag?
No flag on the play. They're going to give an interception. I'm not sure how there was no interference there, but it's going to be an interception in the end zone.
I mean, look at that. His hands are all over him. His back's to the football. That's a terrible non-call.
Unless they say it was uncatchable. It's Joey Sorensen coming up with the INT in the end zone. So a couple of turnovers very early in 1st and 10 from their own 20 come the Spring Lake Park Panthers. Run goes right side for Aaron Payne, holding the ball tight after coughing up the opening kickoff. He gains 3. They're going to give him 4, 2nd and 6.
The dead run the tackle for Coon Rapids, and again, the Panthers are going to test the Cardinals' defensive front 4, and it always comes down to who wins that battle at the point of attack, and the offensive line for Spring Lake Park looking to fire off the ball and open some holes.
Handoff up the middle, spinning away from first contact was Payne. He'll have a first down out to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, quick burst up the middle. So you're going to hear, and then gets to the second level, and then the number of red jerseys are going to find him. Manos there. Number of Cardinals able to.
Quick bubble screen is complete on the right side to Litke. Litke is going to have another first down as he dives forward close to the 45.
Last week they were able to move the ball really well against Irondale, and they're looking to try to continue to do so here against this Cardinal defense. Obviously the Cardinals even watched tape of that game.
Panthers moving right along. A wing T look. Clausen trying to keep, avoids the pressure in the backfield and dives forward for a gain of about 4.
Yeah, just a smart play to realize he had a little bit of real estate in front of him and was able to gain those 4 yards.
Well, the Cardinals sniffed it out. Jeebly was in the backfield with him, had that option pitch covered. And Clausen just dive forward and pick up positive yardage. 2nd and 4, or 2nd and 6. Handoff goes to Nick Wetzel around the left side, gets the corner into Cardinal territory, stood up, and finally forced out of bounds right near the first down marker. We'll see exactly, and it will be a first down.
Nice job of the Panthers to seal that edge. You see right there in the middle of your screen there was a great block to seal that edge for allowing him to get to the outside.
have a penalty as Gavin Layton jumped offside in the middle.
Yeah, getting anxious to beat his man at the line of scrimmage. A little too anxious. Gonna walk him off 5, making it easier. First down.
Just under 8 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. No score between Spring Lake Park and Coon Rapids. The Panthers with a 1st and 5. The handoff goes to the right side. Litke on the pass, has a man wide open. Trick play works beautifully. Caleb Skelly all alone into the end zone on the receiver option.
What a
Panthers on the board.
What a great call. It looked like it was going to be a run and it drew the defense in. You see backed off defensively there, and Skelly easily behind the defense for the score. Nice design play by John Stewart and his staff.
Yeah, he was all alone.
Yeah, defense bit on that run and came in to try and cover, and he got behind him.
The kick is up, it is good for Braden Comer, and it is a 7-0 lead for the Panthers.
Yeah, nice start for Spring Lake Park here. They get on the board first. Head coach John Stewart. Actually, I think that was that the. To see it again, and just a really nicely designed play. You see, when the defense bites on the run and you get your receiver behind it. It was a nice pass to get him there.
Well, he just threw it up.
Yeah. Well,
give Skelly plenty of time to get
plenty of time, but he didn't overthrow him. He didn't underthrow him. He threw it. Gave him, as you said, plenty of time.
He had 15 yards of cushion at least between him and the nearest defender. So how quickly things turn.
Yes.
A fumble on the opening kickoff, but then an interception on the end zone on a questionable non-call, and quickly downfield. Just 6 plays to go 80 yards. It took just over 2 minutes. Squib kick will be scooped up at about the 17 by Jordan Doe, running left, trying to let his blockers set up. He's out close to the 25-yard line, and that is where the Cardinals will start on offense again.
Well, let's see if the Cards can answer after that turnover in their end zone, down in the Panther end zone. And the Panthers, of course, did a nice job of converting that and turning it into points. You know, Cardinals want to establish the run as well, but they like that quick passing game, and you're going to see all their backs and their receivers pretty active in that.
They've got Jeebly lined up as a flanker on the left side, empty backfield. Jeebly in motion, he gets the handoff, cuts back up the middle, and he finds his way out to the 30 before being swarmed by a gaggle of white jerseys.
Yeah, again, nice job to get the 5 yards that he did. He's able to cut it up inside and pick up the 5.
Going to put it outside the 30 at the 31, so a 2nd and 4. Handoff goes to Jeebly. He's kind of stopped up in the backfield, but eventually finds his way behind his lineman to push forward for a gain of a couple.
Well, he's a workhorse. I mean, you can run him, and it just seems like he continues to get stronger as the evening goes along.
So it'll be 3rd and 2 from the 33.
He carried the ball 24 times last week for 148 yards in the Cardinal loss to Forest Lake.
Handoff goes to Jeebly on 3rd down, met at the line of scrimmage, forced backwards
pounded.
Coon Rapids is going to be forced to punt.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Great job defensively for Spring Lake Park as they crowded that middle. They know that they're going to give the ball to number 3. They did a really good job of staying in their lanes and collapsing inside, not allowing G League to go anywhere. A lot of white jerseys to bring number 3 down. Spring Lake Park Panthers. Had an opportunity to talk to him earlier, and very interesting how they had to change that first game, as you mentioned in that opening.
Joey Sorensen is the deep back. High snap brought down by Doe, gets away a pretty good punt. It will bounce and take a Panther roll as it's fallen on right near midfield. They're going to give it to the Panthers right on the 50-yard line.
A big set of downs for the defense here, obviously. Giving up the score on that last drive. They want to make sure they come out, play tight defense, see if they can force the 3 and out.
Panthers on 1st and 10 from midfield. Handoff goes up the middle, breaking a tackle and more is Aaron Payne, and dragging a group of tacklers down to the 40-yard line for a first down.
Just a physical run for Payne, as you mentioned. Not stopping those legs from moving. Does a nice job of contact, pushes a couple of defenders away, and continues to move forward for that nice first down.
Clausen drops back, has time, throws over the middle of passes, incomplete. Intended for Nate Litke, it was behind him a little bit.
Cardinals had pressure coming up the middle too. They were pressuring inside and hit him just after he released the ball.
Sorry, it's DJ Omadara that he was looking for.
Yeah, Clausen got hit just as he released it.
So now on 2nd and 10. Quarterback option, keeping it is Clausen. He tried to cut back up and slipped down at the 35-yard line, a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down. And a Cardinal player that is down in some pain. That is James Kennedy, holding his ankle.
I hate to see that. Trainer Jeremy Shepard coming out and taking a look. Certainly hope he's okay, but yeah, he is looking at his ankle.
Well, and there were 2 Spring Lake Park players standing near him at the end of the play and signaling for someone to come take a look at him. When the other team is signaling, it usually means it's something bad, and that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, we just hope he's okay.
Well, as he is tended to, we will step away. We will be back to Spring Lake Park Panther Stadium and with more of this Northwest Suburban Conference football contest after this. You're watching live high school football on CTN.
The county hopes construction of the overpass can start in March or April and be finished by the start of the new school year.
Yes, I'm gonna live to be 100.
Back, and Kennedy at least able to put a little bit of pressure on it as he's helped off the field by Jeremy Shepard and Coach Nick Russin.
See if we can take a look at what happened. Watch number 40.
right in the middle.
Yeah.
Right here.
He got stepped on a little.
Just got run over as everybody kind of piled on there. Now it is 3rd and 5, and Coon Rapids just jumped again and gave him a free first down.
Yeah, those are things you cannot do.
Well, and that was a big part of their troubles last week in the second half against Forest Lake, right? Too many
penalties. Yeah, just two total different halves of football in that game.
So it'll be 1st and 10 now for Spring Lake Park from the Coon Rapids 30-yard line. Already up 7-0 as we get into the latter stages of this opening quarter. Clausen drops back, looks to his right, pressured, in trouble, and thrown down for a gigantic loss back at the 43-yard line. Just no doubt about Ethan Tedrow getting that sack.
Yeah, I mean, look at the red jerseys coming. They were bringing everyone in on that play, and Tedrow doing a great job of making sure Clausen was not going to get away. Clausen had to make sure he protected the ball, which was one of the things I know that Spring Lake Park and head coach Stewart was talking about from last week.
Well, a 13-yard loss, so now it's 2nd and 23 from the 43. Some misdirection. Jeebly with a hit in the backfield and a stop for a loss.
You know,
as he dropped Nate Litke right at the 45.
We talk about how good David Jeebly is offense, but he is so dynamic on defense as well. I mean, he's so quick. You're going to see him come in and make a sure tackle there for loss, for no gain, actually. Again, you get that block on the edge that allows him to turn that corner, and he uses his speed to turn upfield.
You don't want to be too, you know.
They want to try and take some time off the clock. They want to establish something, but they also want to be able to do a good job of mixing up a run and pass, but they have to establish rhythm on offense.
Another quick kick from Cummer, picked up at the 27-yard line and returned out to about the 38.
A great field position to start this drive and see if they can take advantage of it.
It was Max Walls on the return.
You know, keep an eye on Jordan Doe. We talked about him in the opening, and you know he is such a dynamic athlete. And the Panthers know they're going to run Jeebly, but they need to get the ball, swing the ball out to him as well.
1st and 10 from the 38. Handoff goes to Jeebly. Broke away from one tackle and then stood up as he gets to the 44. A gain of 6.
Yeah, nice gain for Jeebly, who had a big first half last week. He had 123 yards in the first half against Forest Lake, and then the Rangers did a good job of holding him in check after the halftime.
Tom will hand it off to Jeebly again, spins away. He's got a first down right at midfield. Gain of 6 again.
Just the job that he does keeping his feet moving, and I touched on his field vision, but he's a special back. I mean, he's the kind of back that if he finds a crease, he can break one at any particular point in time.
Couple of plays, a first down. It's a positive.
Yes.
Under 90 seconds remaining here, opening quarter. Cardinals trailing by 14. Gavin Tom will hand it off to Jeebly again, this time running back to his left into Panther territory, and stopped up as he reaches the 43, a gain of 7.
Let's take a look at it again. Just some good blocking. There's the hole that he's able to get through, and just able to move forward for that 7-yard gain.
First and 10 from the Panther 43. Tom looking to throw. Throws over the right side. This pass is intercepted, and a good opportunity for a return here by Joey Sorensen, his second pick of the contest. This one he breaks away from tackles into Cardinal territory and finally dragged down at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, he threw into double coverage. That's a throw he probably should not have made. And he's young, he's a sophomore, and he'll learn from those experiences. But you had 2 white jerseys around your receiver. You don't throw into that guy. And all of a sudden, now you're backed up again. They start this drive at their 30. Already up 14.
The defense was not off the field long enough to catch their breath.
No.
20.4 seconds remain in the opening quarter. It's a 50-yard return after the interception for Joey Sorensen, and again, his second interception of the contest. Right back at it are the Panthers, and they look to throw. Pass goes left. Good coverage on the play as they tried to go to Caleb Skelly down the left side, but step for step with him was Sean Sullivan.
He's one of those young players in the defensive backfield for the Cardinals, doing a good job staying in front of the receiver, looking where the ball, using his hand to break it away.
See one of the Sullivan twins?
I don't know.
Clausen under center on second down, hands off to Payne, and he bulldozes his way down to the 26, a gain of 4. And that should bring the first quarter to a close. The Panthers with a pair of scores, a pair of interceptions, and they're knocking again up 14-0. It'll be third down when we return to start.
You ready to play band with us? I'm gonna play my clarinet.
And Elmo's gonna play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Back at Panther Stadium, Spring Lake Park, a 14-0 lead over the Coon Rapids Cardinals as we get set to start the second quarter, and they have the ball 3rd and 6 from the Coon Rapids 26-yard line. Clausen under center again, fakes the give, quarterback option, in trouble, reverses course, finds a little bit of positive yardage before being slammed to the turf by Antonio Manos.
Yeah, again, the better job of the defense just covering up the outside lanes and not letting him gain that corner.
It's going to be 4th and 3. A definite 4-down territory. It's a good athletic move for him to get back around and avoid David Jeebley, but not going to avoid Tone in that one. It's a big play right here for the Coon Rapids defense.
Yes.
Trying to prevent the Panthers from taking a 3-score lead, and now we get a Spring Lake Park timeout.
We'll see what they want to do here. Maybe they didn't like the play call. Maybe they didn't like the setup of the defense for what they had called. So Coach Stewart's going to call a timeout, regroup, talk about things here on 4th down. And you're right, Joe. This is a huge defensive play because they can ill afford to give up another score.
I don't know how much more there will be of fall sports.
Oh, you're making me cry.
We will have the spotlight of the volleyball team this week on Sports Night. We talked to the girls about how precious it is and how quickly it can all go away. And of course, now the word comes down today that they will suspend sports for Anoka schools starting in November. Handoff goes to Payne on 4th down, and he's going to be stopped short of the line to gain. Big stop for the Cardinals on defense.
Great defensive stand for the Cardinals, and they really need that, just a momentum builder for them. Just a really good job there by the Cardinals. And you looked at big number 28. That's Marquette Bernard Hibbler, as he's able to push that edge and get the tackle for the turnover on downs.
So the Cardinals with another opportunity on offense, starting from their own 21-yard line out of the shotgun. Handoff goes inside to David Jeebley, and he's able to wiggle his way forward for a gain of 2. And no need to panic here, but positive yardage.
That's right.
And again, a longer sustained drive, hoping the defense can catch a breather, and ultimately Cardinals do need to score. Handoff goes to Jeebley, and he kind of tripped up. I'm not sure that they really affected it as much as he just slipped up a little bit. He's out to the 25. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Yeah, he just tried to cut up, but I think he just lost his footing. I mean, this is a nice surface here, quite obviously.
Big 3rd down play now for Coon Rapids on offense. Doe, the man in motion. Pass is going to go right to Sonny Tao. It's complete, cuts upfield, and has a 1st down across the 35.
Yeah, quick little throw to the outside, and we talked about it. They need to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, and Sonny Tao obviously is one of them. Just a quick throw from Tom to the outside. Nice job stepping up and gaining a couple of yards after the catch.
So 1st and 10 now from the 36. Handoff goes to Jeebley, nice hole in the middle. He's out to the 41, a gain of 5.
Yeah, again, the Cardinals offensively opened up a really nice hole. You get those big boys up front, able to collapse the defense a little bit. Jeebly, as we talked about, doesn't need much.
No, but if they can get into that second level and get a block on that first linebacker,
Absolutely.
that 5-yard gain turns into 25 or 45. Fake the give, and I'm not sure if that was a broken play or exactly what happened, but a gain of a couple for Gavin Toms. He gets out to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, I think it was. He was looking to throw and realized the receiver was covered and decided he just saw a little bit of an opening and he'll take what he can get up the middle.
And another third down for the Cardinals on offense, this time 3rd and 3. Doe, the man in motion. Handoff goes to Jeebly, pursued and dropped for a loss. Skelly is the one wrapping him up in the backfield.
That time, just the defense read that play perfectly, and again, they beat their man at the point of attack, able to get the tackle and put him in a 4th down situation. It looks like Coon Rapids is going to go for it.
Second quarter, down by 14. On 4th down, they go for it. Tom, the screen pass to Jeebly, met in the backfield, and he's going to be stood up there and stopped for a loss of 2. And the Panthers will take over at the Coon Rapids 40-yard line.
Yeah, great situation. To know that the Cardinals want to try and get it in the hands of number 3, and they read that perfectly.
And again, the Panther offense will take over with a short field. From the Coon Rapids 40-yard line. 7:35 remaining, first half. Handoff goes to Payne. Great job at the point of attack. He wasn't touched until he was 6 to 8 yards downfield.
Well, and he does a nice job of following his blockers. You're going to see here is that he's going to look and see where his blockers are, and he just kind of shifted a little bit to the right and followed a couple of big linemen at their back. Was able to pick up that nice yardage.
Gain of 8, 2nd and 2. Handoff to Payne. Stiff arm gets him outside. Another stiff arm gets him around, lowers his shoulder for a couple more yards. Flag on the field as he's chased out of bounds just shy of the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and again, you talked about the stiff arm there. The Cardinals have to wrap him up.
Well, it's a good, strong run.
We'll see what the call is.
From Aaron Payne. I mean, it was right. The flag was thrown right at where he lowered his shoulders and his head.
He was inflicting some pain on
but
that
I don't
run.
know if a defender lowers his head to initiate contact, it's a penalty. If an offensive player with the ball does it,
I would think it would be as well. We'll see here right at the end.
That is exactly what they're going to call it. There's the stiff arm, but there, lowering the head and
crown of the
initiating
helmet.
contact with the helmet. So instead of it being at the 19-yard line, they will, or at the 16-yard line, it'll back them all the way out to the 36 because it's from the point of the foul.
That's a big penalty.
And from there, it will be 2nd and 6 from the 36. Play action, Clausen throws over the middle, pass complete to Skelly. He's got a first down to the 18.
Well, I remember Skelly from last year. He's their big target. They like to find him.
He's a big, tall receiver with good athleticism and hands.
He's got great hands as he goes up to get that football. Nice tackle there by Manos, but not much you can do.
Three receivers on the right side. On 1st and 10, look for a quarterback draw, and there were Cardinals all over the backfield. Wrapped up and dropped for a loss.
You know, we saw Tedrow last year play so well on defense, obviously trying to pick up where he left off here from a season ago.
Such a bizarre thing to be at this stadium with the Cardinals on this side of the field and the Cardinal fans on the home side of the field. And Adam Tronson, the Cardinal PA announcer, doing the announcing. Little swing pass to Skelly. He stood up, bounces away to the outside, and he is going to have a first down. It'll be 1st and goal from about the 7.
Well, that was all Mr. Kelly on that play. He did a nice job, again, to the outside. He's going to lay a little move and watch him bounce around, and then he's able to find some additional yardage as he cuts upfield. Skelly's a good ball player.
Gain of 11 sets up 1st and goal. Under 5 minutes remaining in the 2nd quarter. Panthers trying to add to their 14-point lead, and we've got a timeout. Coon Rapids. Well, the defense able to come up with a big stop last Panther possession, forcing a turnover on downs. But now in the shadow of their goal line once more.
Yeah, and again, they've been on the field the majority of the time, and they've got to be pretty tired, as Spring Lake Park's doing a nice job of coming at them with their running game, mixing in a few passes and moving this ball down the field.
Two tight ends on the left side. They're going to run that way with Payne and just push the pack down to the down to the 1 yard line.
Yeah, just couldn't get enough surge to get him over the stripe, but again, does a nice job following his blockers. Look at all those white jerseys just pushing that front 4 away of Coon Rapids.
Well, you put a guard, a tackle, and a pair of tight ends on that side of the center, and that's a lot of meat.
It is a lot of meat.
Split backfield for Clausen, who will go under center again with the 2 tight ends set on the field. Handoff to Payne. Touchdown, Spring Lake Park. They're up by 20.
Yeah, they're having their way with Coon Rapids here so far in this first half. Again, just great surge up front. Who was that I couldn't see the number? One of the Cardinal defenders just kind of hurled the line, trying to see if he could get a piece of the ball carrier.
And we've got a Panthers player that is slow to get up. That is Dylan Lewis.
Looks like the ankle. I think they're going to get him up, though.
Yeah, and he was part of the main pile that made it in across the goal line.
I knew that.
And now Braden Comer to attempt the extra point. Drew Watts the hold. Kick is up. It is no good. It is 20-0.
I'll give Spring Lake Park credit. They've done a nice job of moving the ball down the field, capitalizing on turnovers, and they've built themselves a nice little lead here in this first half. Cardinals will get the ball
Well, we talked about it not really being a time that they needed to feel that sense of urgency or panic, but now it almost is essential that they try and put some points on before the half. Jordan Doe, the deep back for the Cardinals.
Now, Spring Lake Park has to feel pretty good about this start to the game, quite obviously. That, after, as you talked about, losing a close one to Becker, and then pretty much obviously handling Irondale last week with a 28-0 win. Now doing a good job of handling the Cardinals here so far.
Doe tracking it, will take it just near the sidelines at about the 13. Getting behind the wedge along that sideline and out to the 23-yard line.
Cardinals see what they can do here offensively. They'd love to get some points before the break. Yeah, Joe, if they could get some points before the break, and then they will take the football to start the second half, that would be big for Coon Rapids.
Not a must score, but
no,
wouldn't be bad. And now we see Jordan Doe in as the quarterback with a pair of running backs in the backfield. Hands off to Jeebly. He's met and dropped for a loss back at the 22.
Yeah, again, defensively, that the Panthers not fooled. The key for them is obviously, and really on both lines, winning the battle at the point of attack, both defensively and offensively, and that's how they've been able to build this lead.
So Jordan Doe, who was the backup quarterback last season and spent a fair amount of time as the quarterback when Van Holzen went down with an injury.
Oh.
This swing pass batted down, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, and that was right into his middle, and that's an opportunity there. As you see into your picture, that's Caden Carson for the Panthers, doing a nice job of knocking that pass down and putting the Cardinals in a 3rd and long situation.
So 3rd and 8, Doe out of the shotgun. Fakes the give on the option, flips it, but another tackle for loss.
That was Skelly again in on the play for the Panthers.
Dominic Goodman is the one who ended up on the carry.
Well, now they're gonna punt the ball and should give Spring Lake Park pretty decent field position with a couple of minutes left on the clock to see if they can put additional points on the board.
Doe standing just inside his own 5-yard line. Joey Sorensen is waiting to return, but we're going to have a Coon Rapids timeout here with 1:41 left in the half.
Coach Rustin's going to have a talk, excuse me, with his special teams unit. We'll see if they're talking about maybe kicking away from the returner.
Or do you dial up the trick fake punt on 4th and 15
yeah, I don't
from
think
your
so.
own 19?
I don't think so.
Down 20.
See the Spring Lake Park faithful across the way. People huddling and shivering. It is a chilly night. And And there are those who are moving to the music, keeping warm that way.
Well, and they are expecting a fake as Sorensen is playing a relatively deep free safety position, not back as a return man. Doe standing at his own 5. High snap, Doe able to go back and get it. In trouble, hit, and he is going to be dropped inside the 5 as the high snap gave the Panthers time to get back there, and there was nothing he could do.
We've seen a lot of that from the center to the when the quarterback's in the shotgun situation are high snaps by the Cardinals, and you're right, Doe could not get that kick off. He had to do whatever he could to see if he could gain any yardage.
And so instead of getting a punt away and getting some breathing room with a short amount of time left in the half, the Panthers will take over with a 1st and goal from the 5.
Yeah, looking to, again, get another score before we go to the break.
Handoff goes to the left side. Cutting up is Nate Litke. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line, but he's down to about the 1.
And then there's just a quick little give. Litke's going to change it up and cut up the middle. He continued to move, but the Cardinals were able to keep him out of the end zone. But not before he reached the 1.
11.
Clausen under center on 1st and goal from the 1. Handoff goes right up the middle and into the end zone, with Litke on the carry again.
So the Cardinals, after the high snap and turning it over on downs, the Panthers, with a little over 49 seconds remaining in the half, have converted again to increase this lead to at least 26-0.
David Jeebley got in and got the block. So backed, missed PAT opportunities, but still 26-0 in favor of Spring Lake Park.
Yeah, that's exactly what the Cardinals did not want to happen, to give up another score. They see it again, and just a quick little give up the middle, and falls into the end zone.
Win the battle at the point of attack, and
what they've been doing all
good
night.
things happen.
Doing all night long. That's Jeebley come in and got a nice jump on the ball and able to block that. The A stopped them from scoring, and B put some points on the board himself.
Well, their last offensive possession, they switched up, put Jordan Doe in as the quarterback in that drive. Not to no fault of Jordan, certainly, but that drive went backwards.
No.
Another squib kick, this one taken at the 25. And
nowhere to go.
Turned out to the 29 by Max Walls.
So with about 43 seconds left, we'll see what the Cardinals do. Whether they try and go downfield, or they just hand the ball off and run the clock out and go to the breakdown 26-0.
I do not see number 16 on the field. Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah, he
is out there. Okay. So Gavin Tom back as the quarterback, 3 receivers to the left. Pass is complete to Sonny Tao. Tao looking for some room, not much there after the catch. He's out to the 31-yard line, a gain of 7.
Yeah, good protection. There's the quick throw, nice toss to Tao, and he's able to, good grab by him. He's able to get 7 yards.
Handoff goes to Jeebly. Nice hole in the middle, spins away from contact, and another, and pushes a couple more out to midfield. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 50.
He's definitely a special player. He's got such a quick burst. He hits that hole so hard.
Coon Rapids will call their final timeout here.
A nice spin move there. Get some additional yardage. 8 seconds remaining. The Panthers will, providing a long play here, will go.
Well, they're going to go to the locker room happy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Regardless of the outcome of the next 8.1 seconds.
Right. I was going to say they would go in the locker room shutting out the Cardinals here in the first half.
So 1st and 10 from the 50. Tom rolling to his right, looks, throws, pass complete to Jordan Doe. He's out of bounds at the 45 with 2.8 remaining.
So they get an opportunity for one more play before the break. But again, just a quick throw to the outside. And Doe smartly obviously wants to keep some time on the clock, gets out of bounds quickly.
Well, Coon Rapids certainly has a couple of electrifying players that can get 40 yards quickly, 45 yards quickly, but the Panthers are well aware of who those players are, and they've been paying particularly close attention to them.
They have 4 defenders way back.
Bubble screen goes to Doe, trying to get back into the middle. He has a first down to the 36, but that is how the first half is going to end, as the Cardinals have no way to stop the clock.
Yeah, and a disappointing one for Coon Rapids. They obviously were hoping to bounce back after a tough loss to Forest Lake a week ago, and then they've come out here in the first half and been dominated by the Panthers, and they'll have to go back to the drawing board and try to figure out what they can do in half number 2 to stop Spring Lake Park and get some points of their own.
Well, a couple of the same demons hurting them here. Couple of turnovers and a couple of penalties at inopportune times have assisted, but for the most part, it's just been a well-executed game plan for the Spring Lake Park Panthers. They go to the locker room up 26-0. We'll take a break. Be back with more from Panther Stadium after this. You're watching live high school football on CTN.
Did you know you can report problems to the city with your smartphone? Download the Coon Rapids app. The Report It feature allows you to describe the problem, snap a photo, and submit it directly to the city work order system. It's an easy way to report a pothole, broken street light, or other neighborhood concern. No smartphone? Then hop online and report your concern through the city's website. City maintenance problems solved the easy way. Coon Rapids Reported.
Are you looking for a fun activity for your school or civic group? Volunteer at the Coon Rapids Recycling Center. The center relies on 2 to 3 volunteers every week to help us manage the recyclables that come in and to guide guests throughout the facility. Special events such as paper shredding or the Green Expo require even more volunteers. Stop in and check us out.
city of Coon Rapids is a very pro-business community.
I think that the city's really been investing in themselves, and with the number of businesses that have come to Coon Rapids, again, I think it shows that there's growth and there's opportunity in this area.
Coon Rapids is home to more than 1,000 businesses. Thanks to its location, transportation options, and highly skilled workforce, the city is a prime location for business development.
The business community is very vibrant out here. There's lots of small businesses, and we represent a lot of those small businesses. So it's convenient for them to come to us. It's convenient for us to get to them when we need to.
Coon Rapids is conveniently located along Highway 10, just a short drive north from downtown Minneapolis. A wide variety of transportation options are available here, from major highways to mass transit opportunities, including an extensive bus system and commuter rail. The North Star commuter rail line offers a convenient station near Coon Rapids' busiest shopping area, Riverdale. A variety of housing styles are available here, as well as recreational opportunities everyone will enjoy.
Steinwell Incorporated has been very successful in doing business in the Coon Rapids community. We're close to a highway system. We're close to the Minneapolis airport. The leadership in the city of Coon Rapids has been incredibly supportive of our initiatives.
You want to load your DNA.
Preparing students to be the workforce of the future is a high priority here. Unique programs, both at Coon Rapids High School and Anoka-Ramsey Community College, offer specialized training in fields such as biomedical science, allowing students the hands-on learning experiences that will benefit them in the workplace. Customized training programs for businesses are also available at the local college.
We serve businesses by listening to the business need and focusing on what their goal is to achieve a certain goal, whether it's bring new skills up for existing employees, or if they're saying we want some new workers.
We want to make sure that we are producing the best top-notch talent we can for these companies. We want to see businesses be successful here in the city. We want to see more businesses come in. The city has a lot to offer.
The city has shovel-ready sites available for businesses, prime locations close to great transportation options. And the city of Coon Rapids also offers resources and tools to help turn business dreams into reality.
Well, our experience in Coon Rapids has been a positive one. We've done a lot of work up here with a lot of our clients, and we find that our construction projects go very well here in the city.
With hundreds of millions of dollars of investments in recent years, Coon Rapids is a community on the move, a place where business dreams come true, a place that's ready to welcome you home.
I want the customer or the citizen to come in and enjoy what we have to offer. Most people that come into the facility are kind of taken back by it right away. They just think it's a beautiful facility.
We want to provide a fun environment for skaters to learn basic skills.
We love it. All of the skating instructors and coaches here are just great to work with, great with the kids.
Well, I like spins a lot.
I really enjoy the first few weeks of classes. We get so many beginners, and they come out that first week and they're crawling on the ice and they're not able to stand, and by that second or third week they're all standing, they're all moving, they're getting across the ice, they have great smiles on their face. It's really a fun time to watch those new beginners.
The facility gets used for birthday parties quite often. We've had everything from wedding showers to family Christmases to baby showers and business meetings. When you come in, it really is kind of a welcoming atmosphere, and it provides I think it provides a good opportunity for kids to come in and learn.
It's just a great place to skate.
Back at Panthers Stadium, Spring Lake Park, a 26-0 lead over the Coon Rapids Cardinals as we reach the half, and a lot of turnovers.
Too many.
Yeah, a turnover on the opening kickoff, then a turnover in the end zone. The opening score was a trick play as Nate Litke threw downfield to find Skelly for the 41-yard score, and then it was Aaron Payne breaking free on a third and very long. Ran like 45 yards, and then Payne diving in for the short touchdown. And then the last touchdown is Litke, another short run up the middle. 2 missed extra points, 1 missed, 1 blocked. But it's 26-0. Coon Rapids will get the ball back to start the second half, but in a big hole.
Yeah, to say that the Cardinals were manhandled is an understatement. I think they were totally outplayed, unfortunately, in that first half, and they've got a lot of work to do to come back in the second because they really haven't been able to move the ball that much here against the Panther defense. So they're going to have to try and figure some things out, what they can do to as we talked about, to open up their offense a little bit, and they can ill afford to give up additional points.
Nothing is impossible, and nothing will surprise me in 2020. Can the Cardinals dig out from under all that snow and score to come back for their first win of the year? We'll find out when we return. You're watching live high school football on CTN.
County hopes construction of the overpass can start in March or April and be finished by the start of the new school year.
Yes, I'm gonna live to be 100.
Plants throws deep downfield. Milwaukee behind the defense has the catch, and he is gone.
Great showing in the 100 butterfly. She can't quite catch the leader, and it's hard to throw you for a loop.
No, not when it comes to swimming. Coon Rapids with a big hole to try and dig out of here in the second half. They trail the Spring Lake Park Panthers 26-0. And we talked about it early on and a little bit throughout the first half. The announcement by Anoka-Hennepin School District earlier this afternoon, just in the last couple of hours, that they will be going to full distance learning for middle and high schools as of the first week in November. And at the same time, all sports will be suspended from November 2nd through December 2nd or December 3rd. So the football team looks at next week at Irondale, possibly their last contest of the year. Second half is underway. High short kick, bobbled by Doe. Dives to get back on top of it and does. Just shy of the 20, and Doe is slow to get up as he was crashed into as he went to recover that.
Oh yeah, he's
and that is
it's that left leg.
Not good news at all for the Cardinals. One of their top offensive playmakers.
Yeah, he knows he's in some pain. And he was kind of grabbing his knee. Let's just hope he's okay. If we can see what happened after. It's tough to see from this angle if he got hit on the knee or if something the turf did, but he's trying to put some pressure on it.
Or somebody stepped on him, or
that's good to see. He's putting weight on it and trying to walk it off. And we talk about him being one of these playmakers on this team, and certainly Coon Rapids, they'll afford to lose him, especially here. They're going to be in trying comeback mode if they can dig out of this 26-0 hole.
And in the passing game, they're definitely their biggest threat.
Yes, by far.
First and 10 for the Cardinals from the 24. Handoff goes to Jeebly. He's able to sneak through the line on the right side out to the 27-yard line, a gain of 3.
Again, you see how quickly he hits that hole. He's able to get out behind that defensive line quickly, but the Panthers do a pretty good job of covering him up.
Three receivers on the left side for Gavin Tom on second down. Play action, in some trouble in the backfield and dropped for a sack at the 25.
Yeah, and good coverage downfield, not allowing Tom to find anybody to release the ball to. And of course, that pressure up front, he's not going to get any positive yardage out of that. A lot of white jerseys around. He tries to step up the middle.
Wrapped up and taken down by Natalie. And it's 3rd and 9 from the 25. Swing pass is incomplete for David Jeebly, and it will be 4th down.
Yeah, I'm not sure
and Doe, not just a receiver for the Cardinals, but also their punter.
Yeah, so they're going to have the backup punter come in here, and although Doe's trying to go back on the field, but yeah, he's not going to go on there at this point. He's having some issues with that left leg.
Manuel Gordon will line up to do the punting, standing at the 11. Last punt attempt, a high snap, led to a sack as the Panthers brought a lot of pressure. Gordon's punt is blocked. Cardinals scoop it up and run with it, and boy, it's going to be close. We'll see.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a little short.
Needed the 34, got to the 33. Well, we got the
Yeah, they'll put it.
So they're saying it's treated as a fumble and they can't
advance it.
Advance a
Yeah.
fumble. So again, great field position for Spring Lake Park, taking over at the Cardinal 26-yard line. Already up by 26. Clausen to throw on first down. It is complete to Peyton Thompson, and he is down inside the 10 and close to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, and again, just a quick throw and let your receiver do the rest with yard after catch, and that's exactly what Clausen did. You see just turning upfield, able to pick up that additional yardage and getting down to the 6-yard line.
Antonio Manos able to make the stop and possibly save a touchdown. So first and goal from the 6. Handoff goes to Payne. Payne hits the hole and eventually taken down. Not much there,
Nope.
maybe 2. Looks like they'll put him at the 4, so second and goal from there.
Cards do a good job defensively, just closing that hole and getting a piece of him. That was Kendrick Dowdell with the initial hit. So was Hibbler.
Quick pass, right side is behind Nate Litke and out of bounds, and they're going to say that was a backwards pass, or are they going to say that was incomplete? Or was that a fumble out of bounds? Going to call that a fumble out of bounds. It backs him up to the 8. So it was a lateral. So it'll be third and goal from the 8.
Big stand for the defense here. They certainly do not want to let Spring Lake Park score after that block punt.
Handoff goes left to Nick Wetzel, and Manos was right there and not letting him by. It'll be fourth down.
Manos definitely not fooled by that whatsoever. You can see him there just playing the man.
So after a disappointing 3 and out and a blocked punt and a short field, Cardinal defense could come up with a big stop right here.
They could use
on
it.
fourth and goal. Clausen with 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. In the backfield is Payne. Looks to the right, throws, pass is caught, touchdown Litke, his second score of the game.
Beautiful job. Litke got behind the defense and really just alone in the corner of that end zone. A little miscommunication between the 2 defensive backs. Their player did not follow Litke across the field. And a nice catch there for him for the touchdown. You can see no red jerseys around.
Lost in the coverage, found by his quarterback, Aaron Clausen. And Nate Litke reels it in for his second score of the game. And they're going to go for 2. Clausen fakes the give, will keep it himself. He'll get into the end zone. It's good. It's 34-0.
Yeah, Clausen doing a nice job looking to gain the edge and then realized he saw that little bit of a hole. So he just turned upfield and ran into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. There's the touchdown as Litke gets behind the defense in the corner of the end zone. And then Clausen with the 2-point conversion did a nice job of finding that opening, gets the touchdown pass, and then the 2-point conversion to top that off. The Cardinals find themselves in a deeper hole.
Not much has gone right for the quote-unquote home team tonight. Nope. But the team on the visitor sidelines feels right at home.
And they should.
And the Spring Lake Park Panthers here at Panther Stadium have a 34-0 lead. Despite being on the opposite sideline and being the visitor on the scoreboard.
Well, like I said, nothing surprises me here in 2020. It's just been an odd situation.
And I can guarantee they would rather be the visitor with a 34-0 lead than the home team and not have that 34-0 lead. Comer with a squib kick out of bounds, and Coon Rapids will take over at the 35.
Well, you know, it's got to be demoralizing for these kids here to be down by this margin. They just want to come here and establish some kind of rhythm on offense. And we're seeing Jordan Doe back into the game. So that's
that is
a good
definitely
sign.
Good news for the Cardinals. Yep. See if it limits his role in the offense at all. He's in the slot on the left. Handoff goes to Jeebly, trying to find his way out of the backfield. Finally forces himself forward to the 37-yard line, a gain of 2.
Well, the Cardinals offensively, the line's they aren't winning those battles up front here, and that's the key. And Jeebly really doesn't have a lot of room to move. So he's trying to reverse field, but Gavin Layton controlling his man, but there's too many white jerseys there for Jeebly to get away.
So 2nd and 8 from the 37. Tom looks to his right, throws, pass complete. Sonny Tao trying to turn back upfield, falls forward to the 41. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Well, Sonny has been the active receiver here tonight for Coon Rapids as Tom finds him on the outside, and Tao does a good job of cutting back into up the field to pick up an additional couple of yards. But like you said, it's going to be a little short.
Defense jumped.
I'll give him a first
Coon
down.
Rapids will get the auto first down. First flag against the Panthers so far.
They'll take it.
Yeah, any first down is a good first down.
Yep.
Tom rolling, throws, wants Tao. Tao tried to come back to it, but broken up by Joey Sorensen, who has been around the ball all night. He has 2 interceptions and got in the way to break that one up.
We have a flag, though. I think it's going to be a hold against Coon Rapids. Yep, it is a hold against the Cardinals, so it's going to bring the ball back even a little bit further. Let's take a look at the hold. There you see it on the outside. They've not been able to find much room at all. Yeah, I give credit to the Panther defense for that.
Tom rolls right, throws complete to Jordan Doe. 2 defenders right there with him, and there was no chance for yardage after catch.
Yeah, the Panther defense doing a really nice job of reacting to the ball, and again, just Tom trying to roll out to his right. finds Doe, but there's just a couple of white jerseys coming in and not allowing Jordan to really get push presence and get anything upfield.
So now no gain on that, makes it 2nd and 23. Tom in trouble.
He dropped the ball.
Dropped the ball, and I think Coon Rapids able to get back on top of it. He was trying to start to scramble, ran into Jeebly. That's when the ball came loose.
And Gavin Layton checking out of the ball game.
Back to the 26-yard line where it'll be 3rd and 30. Not a lot in the playbook for 3rd and 30.
No, not at all. We'll see what the Cardinals come up with.
Throw complete to Monier on the right side. He's got about 10 out to the 33. Seven yards ain't gonna do it when you need 30.
So it's 4th and a whole bunch.
4th and a lot, and out comes the punting unit. Doe again under pressure, got away a pretty good punt. Backing off of Sterling, taking it from the 33-yard line, and a great tackle downfield on special teams by Logan Stockhausen.
Yeah, that was
just
great.
Got there, got the ankles, and made sure he wasn't going anywhere.
Anytime you can make a nice open field tackle like that, Stockhausen did a great job of not letting him get around, and you're going to see 18 come into your picture and just get around those ankles and bring them down. Beautiful tackle.
It's hard to run without your ankles.
This is true. This is very true.
We're marching off a penalty?
Red's here. Red's in the house.
They are. There was a penalty. I didn't see the penalty, but it's backing him up 15, so it was a personal foul against Spring Lake Park.
Well, the Panthers haven't really had any too many long fields tonight.
So it just means they start instead from the 25-yard line. Handoff goes to Payne, and Payne goes nowhere. That was not Payne. New running back in the game, it's Grant Ricker, and he stopped for a loss.
See the time remaining in the 3rd quarter, about 3.5 minutes. And the Panthers clearly just dominating.
Said he got back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain, 2nd and 10. Clausen still calling the shots in the huddle. Wants to throw left, pass is complete. And out to the 35 and close to a first down is going to be Peyton Thompson.
I think he has it. He does. Just enough on that as he's coming across the middle and just falls to the 35. Moves the sticks.
So 1st and 10 now from the 35. Handoff goes to Ricker off the left side. Keeps his feet moving out across the 40 to the 42-yard line. A gain of 7.
Yeah, the big boys up front for the Panthers still getting that great push off line of scrimmage. Allowing those running backs to pick up nice chunks of yardage every time they touch it.
Second and 3. Handoff trying to run the sweep, and the Cardinals ready for it that time.
Tedrow on the tackle for Coon Rapids. Yeah, they didn't. They were not surprised whatsoever.
Jaden Schwender on the carry.
And look at
and
this,
met
trying to stretch that out.
Walls and Tedrow. And drop for a loss back to 38. We'll set up 3rd and 7. Clausen chased, in trouble and sacked. And again, a big loss.
Octavian
Gain of
Boudin.
about high, short punt. And it is going to be down by, who else? Joey Sullivan.
Yeah.
He's been everywhere. Or Sorensen, rather. Around the ball a lot. A couple of interceptions, returned some punts.
Yeah, great field position for the Cardinals to start this drive.
Start from the Spring Lake Park 40-yard line. Under a minute to go here, 3rd quarter. Gavin Tom will take off up the middle. And he's going to pick up about 7.
Again, looking downfield to see what he can find in his receivers, and good coverage defensively for the Panthers. And Tom thought, yeah, listen, I've got that real estate in front of me up the middle. I'm going to take what I can get. We have a flag on the play. I think it's coming back. Personal foul on the Cardinals.
So instead of it being 2nd and 3 from the 33, it's going to still be 1st down, and it's back into the Cardinals' territory at the 47-yard line.
Going the wrong way, Yund.
Yeah, they need 20. They're back to 1st and 23. That's how they were started the last drive. Swing pass to Jeebly, right side. Trying to find a way through the pressure. Gets out to the 49, a gain of 2.
That should be the end of the quarter.
And it will be as the clock hits 0. It's been all Panthers. Spring Lake Park leads 34-0. You're watching CTN's live coverage of high school football.
Hi, I'm Ryan Nagasu, 2010 Olympian and bronze medal winner of the 2014 U.S. Championships. I knew I loved skating at the age of 5, and now it's become my life passion. Find your skating passion at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. Classes are available all year round. It could be the place where your skating dreams come true. See you on the ice.
Start of the fourth quarter, Coon Rapids trailing Spring Lake Park 34-0. They face 2nd and 21 from their own 49-yard line as we start the final quarter. Gavin Tom sets up the screen to Jeebly, had to secure it, and he's going to be stopped for a loss back at the 45. It'll be 3rd and 25.
Yeah, not any room. And again, you know, we talked about the Panthers know number 3 is going to get the ball. And again, just stay in your lane, do your jobs, keep that man at bay, and that's what they're doing.
This drive started on the Spring Lake Park 40, by the way. And it started with a decent run by Gavin Tom, but then came back on a personal foul penalty. And now here they are, 3rd and 25. Tom with time fires long down the right side, and that's Sorensen's 3rd pick of the game. He's having a career night.
Yeah, he's just that center fielder out there tracking the ball and does a nice job of coming up and getting the interception. Had to go high for it. And again, good protection for Tom, but that ball just kind of, it's like a duck.
And underthrown, as you saw, was well behind Monier, the intended receiver. 2 white jerseys between the receiver and the ball. And Sorensen, look at that.
Number 3, I love that.
He's counting them.
That's my 3rd.
Having a night is Joey Sorensen. And the Panthers will start 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. They run the option, flip goes to Schwender. Schwender turns up to the 25, a short gain of maybe a yard. Wing T formation, modified into the pistol. Handoff goes to Ricker left side. He's out as far as the 28. It'll be 3rd down.
And they'll be just comfortable running the football, taking time off the clock with this big lead. You see the time remaining, 10:20 in this contest, and so they're not in a hurry at this point in the game.
Quick handoff up the middle is going to be short of a 1st down for Ricker. He's out to the 30. It'll be 4th and 4.
And they'll punt the ball here again in this situation. Again, not in a hurry to do anything, and they'll let the clock continue to run. Defense makes another stop.
The last long snap rolled back to the punter, Caden Carson, and then he punted it pretty much straight up in the air. This time standing at his own 18-yard line. And they're going to do this again because there's movement on the line.
Yeah, it kind of looked like that punt looked like that old throw from Joe Webb from his back straight up in the air. If you remember that one. I think it was against the Bears.
Listen, the Joe Webb story.
Joe Webb.
Those 4 games that he played for the Vikings.
Yeah, but he was dynamic in those 4 games. Hey, it's really difficult to throw a pass from your back.
It is.
And it's tough to get it downfield at the same time.
So backed up a little bit, but
oh, look at that, it's a boot.
Big kick from Carson. Fielded by Doe at his own 32-yard line, avoids the first contact, gets out to the 42, and that's where the Cardinals offense will take over.
So here, I can't tell if the clock is stopped or if it's just, because it goes in about 8-second intervals.
It likes to keep you guessing.
I think, yeah, they did stop it, so that's good.
Well, it's 34 points. 35 points is the standard for at which point it becomes running time in the fourth quarter. Hand off to Jeebly. No, Tom on the keeper. Tom doesn't shy away from contact. He's out to the 49-yard line, a gain of 7.
That was a nice fake. I thought Jeebly had the football.
I like that Tom protected the football and lowered his shoulders.
Yeah,
didn't shy away from contact. And not a very big kid. He obviously didn't run over the linebacker, but you know, willing to fight for that extra yardage. In trouble now and sacked.
Yeah, that's a coverage sack again.
Seth Johnson coming in, getting there quick. Loss of 6 makes it 3rd and 9. The clock is bizarre.
Yeah, it goes about now it's just 6 seconds. Went down from it's 6 seconds at a time. Just stops there. Let's see.
Tom
That's
to
cold.
throw the pass complete to Monier. He's got room to run. He dives down a first down to the 38-yard line of Spring Lake Park.
That may have been Tom's best throw of the night. Just really a nice job to thread that in there.
Just one of their biggest offensive plays of the night. "19-yard pickup, 1st and 10 from 38. Fakes the give. Tom wanted the keeper, but tripped up as he tried to get around the corner, and he's shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's another tackle for loss for the Panther defense.
Yeah, just a great play.
Second and 11. And the Cardinals fumbled it, and the Panthers have it right back. That just not secured by Stockhausen. And it's another turnover.
It was fall.
Keeper is Tulso, and not a lot there. He's going to be back to the line of scrimmage, 3rd down.
Yeah, he just tried to test that middle of the defense, and they collapsed around him pretty quickly.
Quarterback option. Tulso keeps it, and he is going to have just enough for the first down out to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, get it by a yard, and again, just doing a nice job of keeping it, turning it upfield, following his blockers. He's able to move the chains. Under 5 remaining.
So 1st and 10 from their own 49 now for the Panthers. It's also wants to throw, looks left, pass is complete, and this will be a first down inside the 40 to another non-registered number.
Tulsa with a quick release, able to find him over the middle. Again, just a nice job of just finding him, and he's going to turn upfield and get a couple extra yards.
Gain of 13, 1st and 10 from the Coon Rapids 38. Somewhere there is a number 42 on the roster, but not in my hand. Handoff went up the middle, and I believe that was Isaac Morton again. Short gain. Gain of 2, it looks like. Make it 1. 2nd and 9 from the 37. Two receivers on either side for Tulsa on 2nd and long. Wants to throw, drops back, pressured, throws right, passes incomplete. That one kind of hung up there, and a chance for Walls to get up and break it up. 42, the intended receiver again.
Well, he had to release it just before he was, a couple of Cardinals hit him.
Make it 3rd and 9. Handoff goes to Morton again, right side. Good blocking in front of him, and it's going to be very close, and he's going to have another first down.
I think he just got it.
It's a big 3rd down conversion and keeps the drive going, keeps the clock rolling. 1st and 10 from the 28. It's also on the quarterback option, sniffed out well by Ethan Tedrow, and Tedrow drops him for a loss.
Yeah, it certainly did not fool him any. Give the fake handoff to the running back and try and do something with the option, but Tedrow making sure he wasn't going to get away.
2nd and 13. Handoff goes to Morton, and Morton runs over the left side down to the 28, a gain of 3. Back to the original line of scrimmage, it'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, the clock continues to tick away, approaching the 2-minute mark here in this final quarter.
Couple of 3rd down conversions on this drive already. Tulsa to throw, unloads left side. Oh, bobbled. He laid it in there perfectly for Carson Dotseth, and Dotseth just bobbled it and couldn't come up with it.
Yeah, he's shaking his head.
Beautiful pass, though.
Yeah, you know, I'm very impressed with this young sophomore. He has a nice arm, and again, good protection up front. And you're right, he laid it right there.
Right exactly where it needed to be. It absolutely should have been a touchdown. That's that touch pass, just dropped it in the basket. And trust me, no one knows it better than the intended receiver. And now on 4th down, they try and run for it, and they're going to come up short as Horton gets down to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals hold and take over on downs. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Grant Ricker on the carry that time.
And the Panthers able to get some players into this game that maybe not always get the time at varsity when the game's a little bit closer, but get the young sophomore quarterback in who looked pretty impressive on that. Couldn't get the score, but should have gotten the score.
Yeah, normally you'd think a team up 34-0 and to do a lot of running, but I think that's why we saw the passing plays is because their young quarterback is in, and he's got a good arm.
Yes.
And they wanted to get him some game time, pressure and throwing passes in a game situation. And like I said, that last one, that was a great looking pass, just couldn't be hauled in. Second and 10 for the Cardinals from the 25. Tom will hand off, and Stockhausen is swallowed up in the backfield. Loss of a yard.
So third and long. We're at about 30 seconds remaining.
Blitz is coming. They set up the screen for Stockhausen, and he can't reel it in.
That'll stop the clock with a little over 21. At this point in the game, might as well just keep your offense out there.
I'm sure that's what they're going to do. Dial up their
Hail Mary.
34-point play.
It's been allowed this year. Just because of the pandemic, they've got one play in the thing that's in their playbook that's worth 34 points.
And that is not it, as Tom is tracked down from behind. And give a lot of credit to this Panthers defense.
Yes, they
have
played well.
Put a lot of pressure on. Kyrie Shaw getting the sack this time. They've kept a lot of pressure on, and they bottled up David Jeebley because they knew he was going to be a primary focus for the Coon Rapids offense. They focused on him and said, you're going to have to beat us with someone else. And of course, 3 interceptions for Joey Sorensen, a couple of running touchdowns for Payne. You got Licky, who had 1 passing and 1 receiving touchdown. Just an all-around great night for the Panthers. For the Cardinals, not so much.
Yeah, we talked about it. They lost a tough one to Becker and then dominated Irondale, which will be the Cardinals' next opponent. And now they came back and dominated
2 weeks in a row without
more.
a point allowed.
Yep.
So
2 shutouts
on this in this shortened, strange season, the Panthers trying to make the best of it. The Cardinals, of course, dealt the devastating news this afternoon that sports for Anoka Hennepin schools will be suspended in early November. So next week's game against Irondale likely to be the last of the year for the Cardinal football team. Just a 4-game season.
Yeah, and they never did get that chance to play another home game after they were supposed to be home, obviously, tonight. And it's an unfortunate season. It's been an unfortunate year and a very strange year for everyone, but definitely for this Cardinal football team as well.
Yeah, and they'll just have to take what positives they possibly can away from every experience on the field, win, lose, or draw. And unfortunately, just not their night tonight.
Nope.
We are going to be there at Irondale next week for what is, again, likely to be the Cardinals' last of the season. We've got volleyball coming up the next couple of Mondays. That second Monday on November the 2nd could very well be the final volleyball game of the season for the Coon Rapids Cardinals due to the recent ruling as well.
Yeah.
But very tough.
Very tough year. Very, very, very tough. Didn't think they were going to play, got a chance to play. Now they feel that their season will end early.
But that is going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score from Panthers Stadium It's Spring Lake Park 34, Coon Rapids 0. Want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.